marking out a finger joint. So you should have 2 pieces to do your practice joint with. We're just going to start with one, so I'm just going to put that to one side. First thing you need to do is double check the thickness of the material that you're using. So the pine here should measure 15mm across, so I just need to check that first of all. And you can see there that it measures 15mm across. If your measurements are different, then you will need to change the next step here, the measurements. So mine measures 15mm across the top, so what I need to do is I now need to measure the thickness of the wood down the front and put a mark, so it will be 15mm down the front. So I'm just going to get my ruler first of all. If you're not quite sure where 15mm is, you have got 1 centimetre there, which is 10mm, you've got 2 centimetres there, which is 20mm, and then in between 1 and 2, you've got that halfway mark. That there is 1.5 centimetres or 15mm. And all I'm going to do is put my ruler up against the edge of the wood. If you're having trouble keeping it at the end, if you just get your tri-square, push it up against the edge, it will just help keep it in place. And then just measure 15mm down the front, put a pencil mark. So you can see there, I've just got a mark ready to use with my tri-square to draw a line across. So I'm just going to get my tri-square, draw a line across the front there, and then I need to look at it straight on and just carry the line round using my tri-square, so pushing it up against the side of the wood. Look at it again, carry the line round, use your tri-square to draw a line across, and then the same again, carry your line round, use your tri-square to finish it, and you can see there that I've got a line across the front, on the sides, on the front, and on the sides again. Now the next thing I need to do is I need to now decide how many fingers that I'm going to mark out across the front here. So what I'll need to do is I need to get my ruler and I just need to measure across the front of the pine like this. Now my piece measures 75mm across, which is 7.5 centimetres. So I need to think of a number that will divide into there so I get a nice amount of fingers. Now some mistakes students make is to do as many as possible, so they might do say 7 across there. We don't want to do that. You can still do very well with doing your joints by just doing a small amount, even on larger pieces of material. So really, if I think of a number that fits into 75, 3's go into 75, so I could have 3 fingers on there, each at 25mm, because 3 lots of 25 is 75, which is the length across there. So I'm going to put 1 mark at 25mm, which is 2.5 centimetres, and then I'm going to move my ruler, put another mark at 25mm, and then the last one should measure 25mm. And then all I'm going to do, first of all, before I move on to the next step, you can just see there that that bit there, 25mm, that bit there, 25mm, and 25mm again. Obviously, if yours is a different length across here, then your measurements will be different to mine, so you'll just need to divide it up into a number of fingers across the front. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my tri-square just to mark out those straight lines down for the fingers, so I've got an accurate straight line, so you can see there. And then I just need to carry my lines across the top and onto the back, so I'm just going to look at my work straight on to put a pencil mark, carry the lines across, so one there, and then just carry it across the back again, so just looking straight on at your work, so one down there, then use your tri-square just to draw a straight line. So you can see there that is now marked out on the front, on the top and on the back. And now the next thing I need to do, I've marked out the depth already on this one, so you'll just need to measure 15mm down, put a mark, use your tri-square to draw a straight line across, and then same again, mark out your fingers. So we decided 25mm on this one, so one every 25mm, pencil mark again, using my tri-square to draw a straight line down. So I've got that mark there, 25mm for each finger across the top. And then carry the line onto the back. and now I've got 2 pieces that I've marked out. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is, before you do the next step, can you get someone to peer check your work, just to double check first of all, is that 15mm down? If it isn't, then that will need to be changed, because otherwise the joints won't fit together quite right. And double check, are those the right measurements for the fingers there? Are they all divided up? If the pencil lines are wrong, or if you've done too many pencil lines, you can't quite see which line it is that you'll be cutting on, again, you'll need to rub it out and you will need to start again, because if it's not accurate, your joint will not fit together. Once it's been peer checked and it's been given the okay and you're happy that you're ready to move on to the next stage, then what I want you to do is decide which ones you're going to keep and which ones you're going to get rid of. So imagine it slotting together, obviously like fingers slotting together. So if I get rid of this one here on the top, the one on the opposite side where it slots into, I'm going to keep. Then on the opposite side, I'll need to keep that one. So on the other side, if I get rid of that one there, and then that one I'm going to get rid of. So on the opposite side, I need to keep that one for where it slides in. So you can see that's what yours should look like for the shading when it's done. And then just to remind you when you're cutting, if you could please do the shading on the top and on the back, and then you're not going to get confused which one it is that you need to cut out. Same on this one here, so on the top, on the back, and then you can see there, that is now ready to start cutting.